internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours of Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. This is absolutely insane. Yesterday, we covered a PDF that the BIS Innovation Hub released, the next generation monetary and financial system, where they talked about improving the old and they're going to enable the new system. And they also mentioned how they were doing a joint project with the New York Federal Reserve in 2025 and seeing the potential benefits of a fully tokenized financial system. I want you guys to understand that Ripple has been working on tokenization since the early days of 2019. But Arthur Britto, the individual that just came out of nowhere and made a tweet and got 4 million views because he is the co-creator of the XRP ledger, nobody knows who he is. He's like the Satoshi of XRP and the XRP ledger. He comes out yesterday, right? And if we guys remember this screenshot back from 2013 where he talks about bonds, well, the BIS Innovation Hub said it out loud, and we knew this was coming, okay? We knew this was coming. It was all in writing. All you had to do was educate yourself. You know how I've said this in the past, how, people don't find this stuff interesting, right? Like who finds, a payment system interesting in 2025, right? Who finds these things interesting? Nobody. And that's why I tell you, individuals that understand this to the fullest are truly, you're intelligent. Like it's a fact. It is a fact. You think about it. Yourself sitting wherever you are, you're probably the only person that is so well educated in this ecosystem. It's insane. If you live in an apartment complex, you might be the only one in your whole building, right, that knows this much information about XRP and what's coming down the horizon. Take a listen to what was said here, and then we're going to break down the project that he talks about, and it's just monumental. I mean, you can't really make this stuff up.
In this special chapter of the annual economic report, we build on a proposal that we first laid out 2 years ago, the idea of tokenization and the unified ledger. Tokenization is the digital representation of claims on a programmable platform. It enables the integration of messaging, reconciliation, and asset transfer into a single seamless operation. A good example discussed in the chapter is the BIS's Project Agora on next-generation correspondent banking. Tokenization of deposits and central bank money means that all balance sheet updates in a payment using correspondent banks can be executed in one go as an atomic transaction. Beyond money, the unified ledger can also accommodate tokenized government bonds. The unified ledger can also accommodate tokenized government bonds. The unified ledger can also accommodate tokenized government bonds. The new possibilities this opens up can unlock efficiency gains and support new functionalities from collateral management to monetary policy operations. With careful design, it will be possible to improve the efficiency of our current system while preserving the integrity of the existing system.
He talks about Project Agora. Remember we talked about this? Call for participation, private sector, May 2024. And this video is just days old. And before I open up Project Agora and just show you that Ripple is involved 100%, and the next couple of months, 2026, people in 2026, if you're buying XRP, you're just buying XRP. Okay, it's not really going to have a huge, you're not going to buy XRP in 2026 and try to get life-changing money. It's not going to happen. These are the prices at $2.18 is when you get in at these prices, okay? And if you guys haven't already, these entries right now are absolutely insanity. If you could time the market, remember, this next wave is here. It is here. So that's why I have longs opened up on 2bid. The link is in the description down below. We just opened this up today. It's so far just 3% in profit. But if you guys want to take advantage of the deposit bonus, if you deposit 100, you get a $20 future bonus where you could do a lot of damage with, okay? If you deposit a $3,000, you get a $600 future advantage of this opportunity on the traits that I have, and you could just play around with the $600 futures bonus that they give you, and then once you're in profit, you're in profit. But right now, I'm telling you from experience, this next move is coming. Everyone's getting ready for it, and us testing 222 in the near future on a potential long trade right now is very, very reasonable. So let's continue on to Project Agora, and the link is in the description down below for 2-bit. Project Agora, listen to what was said here. The primary area of exploration will be to increase the speed and integrity of international payments while lowering costs. I wonder whose vision that was since inception, and who's been working with these guys since the inception. Like, I don't think people are just, it's crazy that people don't see it. And listen to what they say here if you want to participate in this project. Applicants must be financial institutions, including but not limited to commercial banks, deposit-taking institutions, and FMIs, critical service providers in the payment ecosystem. Okay, and it says, must be subject to appropriate and effective regulation, regulatory oversight mechanisms, and or supervision in the jurisdiction of at least one of the participating central banks. Ripple falls under all these pillars, right? These are Project Agora participating private sector institutions, right? So you have BBVA, which is working with Ripple. You have BNB Paribas working with Ripple. You have Citibank working with Ripple. BNY, Ripple. HSBC, Ripple. MasterCard, Ripple. MUFG Bank, Ripple. And these are the ones. JP Morgan Chase indirectly is working with Ripple. SBI, Ripple. Six Digital Exchange, Ripple. We could go ahead and continue on and really confirm all this, but the ones that I just mentioned, those are 100% already confirmed, right? So why are they doing double the work, right? Why is Ripple doing something else and these guys are doing something else with BIS Innovation Hub? No, they're all in this together. They're all working on this together. And even, this is the huge thing right here. Take a look at this. So you got to have accounts with these central banks, right? USDT does not have accounts with JP Morgan, BNY, Citibank, like, because they're not regulated onto their compliance levels. And when you see right here, it says, listen to this, applying financial institutions that are commercial banks, deposit-taking institutions, or FMIs must have an account relationship with one of the participating central banks. Having an account relationship with one of the participating central bank is not a requirement if the applicant is a critical service provider, and they say, for example, international payment network. And Ripple, again, has all this, is participating with these 5 central banks, and is also a critical service provider, and which they are, is an international payment network. It's just amazing. It is absolutely amazing what is unfolding right in front of our eyes, something that we have been documenting this whole time. And who will participate in this project? The project will be a public-private partnership with commercial banks, other relevant regulated financial institutions in the cross-border payment ecosystem, and central banks. And they talk about 7 central banks will participate in the project. Bank of France, Ripple. Bank of Japan, Ripple. Bank of Korea, Ripple. Bank of Mexico, Ripple. Swiss National Bank, Ripple. Federal Reserve Bank of New York, Ripple. They all have ties to this. And Bank of England, Ripple. Ripple's projecting for a $16 trillion in real-world asset tokenization by 2030. Very, very conservative target. Please understand that. This is what they published back in 2023. These numbers are increasing as these guys understand what's actually coming. And they're like, well, we could do this, we could do that. Remember, you're about to unlock so much value that is going to come and sit and park in these digital assets. You cannot make duplicates of Bitcoin, Ethereum, or XRP. If you could have, they would have. So these assets are very scarce. Remember, once in a lifetime opportunity where humans were able to get into an asset class before the financial elites. We got a piece of the pie. And when we say we, it is a very, very small amount of individuals. Please understand that. Very small amount of individuals got a piece of this pie. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys, and stay tuned for the emails for the yacht party. If you registered, the first emails are going to go out shortly to the individuals, and baby, let's rock and roll. June 11th, 2026, Mega Seafair, Miami, the biggest yacht in North America. It is going to go down in the history books for, wow. I mean, I cannot wait to meet every single one of you guys. It is going to be, like I said, it is going to be a movie. So with that being said, we'll be back with another episode. 2-bit, I'll keep you guys updated with the trade. It's currently up 5%. I got other trades open as well. And like I said, the $600 welcome futures bonus for a $3,000 initial deposit. There's a lot of $600 in terms of practice you could be doing. So with that being said, we'll be back with another video.
Up this morning, check my bags on the chain. XRP still humming while the FUD folks complain. Ripple fighting Goliath, yeah, the SSA's game. But Johnny D and Hogan, they're bringing the flame. So we salute to the rebels in suits, to the coders and hodlers wearing dusty old boots. Raise a toast to the ledger and the lawyers who bite, while taco stand dumps through the middle of the night. Damn, Jed, can you chill? Brad G's on the mic saying clarity now, while Shorts codes the stars with the hologram cow watch. The haters keep chirping, but the people ain't blind. This ain't some mean dream, it's the internet spine. Regulators stalling, but the clock's ticking fast. Ripple drops the case like a baseline blast. Communities united from Twitter to the street. We meme through the madness and never admit defeat. Yeah, we salute to the devs and the geeks, to the ledger that clears in seconds, not weeks. To D, to Hogan, to legal delight, and the salty old taco that just loves to spite. Hey Jed, you done yet? Or you got another dump scheduled for lunch? So here's to the warriors, the freaks, and the fans, waving salute tokens like battle flags in hand. It ain't just about coins, it's a movement, a pact. We defend what we build, and we're taking it back. Come on, salute to the ones in the fight, to the token that laughs in regulatory spite, to Schwartz, Brad, and the ones still believing, even while taco stands always leaving. So strong, one for Ripple, one for XRP, and raise your guitar for decentralized dreams. This song's for the ledger, the truth and the proof. With a smile and a nod, we say salute.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.